Broadcasting live from the moon and back, this is The Coin Chat, the most trusted voice for all things cryptocurrency. Each week we dissect an important issue and cut through the noise and misinformation out there in the world of blockchain, cryptocurrency, and ICOs, capturing the facts that truly matter to you that will give you an edge in this fast-moving emerging market. The who, what, where, when, and how of what you need to know in crypto to get ahead so you don't get left behind. Now here are your co-hosts, financial and crypto experts Yuri Cataldo and Steve Good.
Hey, this is Steve Good on the Coin Chat.
Along with Yuri Cataldo, who is fixing his background issues.
It's not working. And today we're cutting through the crap in the world of garbage exchanges.
Yes, and garbage projects.
We've got some stories for today. I mean, yeah.
What country will we start with first?
It's a great question. I would like to start with Russia.
Excellent. Bad stuff coming out of Russia. Who would have guessed?
No. Well, actually, you know what? There's been good projects out of Russia too. But this, I'm sorry, I'm going to start with the bad news is, and the bad news gets worse. The bad news is that sometimes I do some exchange listing to help out some ICOs and what have yous. And one of the exchanges I've been working with has been LAToken. But I'm going to just take the contract and I'm going to rip it up. It is finished.
Now, why did you just
rip
up your contract?
I'm giving you notice. I'm out of here. You know why?
Why?
Because we did another episode where we called out the crap on LAToken, and it was the most obvious of obvious scams because their own smart contract was a pyramid of fake transactions going 3, 4, 5, 6 levels deep. And having the same transaction number, it's 100, 101, 101, 10101, 603, 6030, 60303. I mean, it was like so obvious that what they were doing. I notified, I'm going to show you a screen. I mean, because it's too good not to show it. So I actually contacted them and said, I'll show you because it's more funny. I'll read it out to everybody who's listening. So I literally contacted them. And I am just so disappointed with the way that they've handled this. So here we go. Can you see that?
Okay. Yep, I can see it.
Hey, I've spotted a scam ICO. And by the way, I'm not showing the person that I contacted in LAToken because it wouldn't be appropriate, and I don't want to embarrass them because they did their job, and that's not their fault.
Sure.
And she's lovely, so I'm sorry that she knows who she is. Anyway, I've spotted a scam ICO that is listing LAToken as their exchange partner. I wanted to notify you right away so we could put a stop to it. Their smart contracts are a complete scam of fake transactions using a pyramid of smart contracts, as we talked about. I just covered them on my YouTube show as well. Please help me to stop them. You can share the video with your team internally. I will put a little link up here so people can see it. And I said we will also have this up on social channels so we can share content together to stop them. Let's do it together, right? And then I gave her the link to the Investor 4 Alert, Scam Alert, LAToken, fake fundraising, do not trade. And also, we've had a few people within our own channel who've been scammed by them. So she comes back and says, I'll pass the info into my colleagues. Thanks. Could you please share their website? There's the website. They've also listed on their, they have you listed on their website. If you watch the video, you can see the pyramid of fake transactions that they've created to make it look like they've raised money that they haven't. We've documented the whole thing in our video. If we can tag you in social media, then you could have to share it as well. And she said, I need to discuss it with my colleagues. I'll get back to you ASAP. By the way, she never got back to me.
Of course not.
No. I said, okay, great, happy to help. In my YouTube Telegram group, I've got several people who notified me that they got scammed. It seems you went, and then today I wrote to her, because of course I'm going to give them notice to be nice about it. I said, it seems you went ahead and listed LAToken, which is a total scam project, very disappointing. I'm going to have to cover this in my YouTube show publicly since people are asking how this happened. Very sad. Which she just replied, well, her team looked at it and they their listing team approved it. So,
because I bet the price was right.
So, well, LAToken doesn't charge a lot of money. They want to just get as many projects on their site as they can. I'm no longer an advisor to them, so I can say what I want.
I did. Good for you.
Close my commercial terms, but they're cheap. I questioned always why they were being so cheap. They had some cool features I liked, like for IEO to do the exchange offerings where you could actually sell the coins for potentially people that are in the exchange already. But honestly, I can't work with a vendor like that if they're going to list scams. End of story. So shame on you, LAToken. It's disgusting. So scam on top of a scam. I think I will say it. I say it as I see it. I think LAToken is a freaking scam now. I am so annoyed. I am so angry because we try so hard to protect everybody in this community, and we see things like this, and they just kind of like put their finger up at us, and everyone knows which finger I'm referring to, or in England, 2 fingers. But either way, whether it's 1 or 2, it's the same bloody thing, and I'm annoyed. So I'm going to stop before I get more angry because I'm really angry.
They are. So if you keep looking and Googling about LAToken, they have also history of a recent history that people have called them out on listings other scam tokens as well. So it's a trend. It's not just an isolated incident right now.
No, but well, they'll hear about it from us now because it's going out on the like every other episode. It'll be in public. So
excellent. All right. So so that's Russia. Where we headed to in our next?
Well, I think you know.
Sunny New Zealand?
Sunny New Zealand. Let's go to the summer weather and talk about what scammy crap's going on down there.
Oh, Cryptopia. What have you done?
Cryptopia has done it again. They've been double scammed, double smashed.
They have.
A friend of mine, I kid you not, this is a true story. I will not call him out by name because I know he's a private guy. But he had a bunch of crypto. He wanted to just convert it all to BTC and ETH and whatever he was doing because he was going to sell the stuff and invest in some other things and move along with his life. So he sent the stuff there and lost it all.
Oh, no.
So this is how bad and how real the Cryptopia problem is when you start to actually know of people who have really lost their entire crypto savings. And they were going to use it to buy a house or a car or invest in something else and diversify, and they can't because they lost it all. Thank you, Cryptopia, for your total ineptness.
Right, exactly. As an exchange, you only have a few real strong jobs, and keeping your platform safe should be one of the number one things you do. And as they've come out, like there's been a hacker who's been on Cryptopia for multiple weeks now. It's the same hacker who has hit them a couple of times. And so they haven't fixed the problem that we originally talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, they said they were going to put everything in a maintenance mode.
Yeah,
but
and
they didn't put it in maintenance mode. And then the hacker decided I'll take another shot at it since they've obviously not worked out that I'm in here, which tells you that going to the police was of no use to them, and their own cybersecurity team wasn't good enough. They didn't call in a cybersecurity team from outside, and if they did, they didn't do it fast enough. And honestly, I think Cryptopia is probably dead now. I cannot imagine why would anybody who was using the platform ever go back if these guys can't get it together. I'm not going to even say the word, but
yeah, exactly. How could you trust them now? Like if they can't fix a problem, multiple people are getting hacked over and over again. Why would you trust their exchange ever again?
Yuri, this is a day that breaks my heart talking about these kinds of things because there's some great exchanges out there with great people like Bitmart who came on our show previously, and we'll put a link to that because it was a Halloween episode. They had all these images that were really funny of like charts turned into ghouls and goblins, and
that's right.
Great guy, and the Bitmart team are super, and they work so hard. It just breaks my heart to see things like LAToken and Cryptopia just get it wrong on so many levels. It just well, that takes us to the third one, doesn't it?
Exactly, the final leg of our journey today.
Travel back over to Europe and go to the Ukraine for the ultimate takedown. Took themselves down.
Yes, they did.
That was Liqui Exchange out of nowhere. Just said, we're packing up. We're packing up. We're going down. Like, what the hell happened? The only thing that I found, which was really interesting about Liqui and bizarre, although I think we just debate this one. What I found was this. Daily volume of 3.9 million, and suddenly one day it was only 180K.
Well, so what causes that much of a drop?
Turning off your market makers and your fake trading bots.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or you mess up on something.
Well, I mean, let's speculate wildly because the exchange
Yeah.
is gone. I think they were probably doing some sort of their own market making, and they effed it up so badly that they probably lost on a trade that they were doing with themselves, and all they were supposed to do was just make sure there was liquidity between buy and sell side, and they screwed up something,
Yeah.
or they ran out of internal money to pay for the market making and had to switch it off, or they're doing a runner. So whatever money was running in the system, they're shutting it all down because 3.9 million won't be 3.9 million. It might be 100K that's being run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, multiple times to generate 3.9 million worth of trades. That's what they do to create fake trade volume. Market making, on the other hand, is a very legitimate thing. I don't think they were doing legitimate market making because it had to have been fake trade volume. Otherwise, why would it just drop to 180K?
Yeah, exactly. And so I knew we were going to chat about them. I started Googling them around a bit. And there are articles that came out in October and November that started questioning whether or not they were an exit scam, because starting in September, they started delisting tokens.
Why?
Large, like big tokens. They just decided, and some of them were in the top.
Why would they delist B2, baby? Why would they do that, though?
That's what customers were asking. They just suddenly picked, for example, EOS. They started delisting EOS. They sent a notice to their users and said, you've got 15 days to remove your tokens, or we're going to confiscate them, basically. And they just started doing that over and over again, starting in September. And there were a lot of people who lost money because they didn't either pay attention or get them. Well, the other part was the members who were trying to then pull their money out. There was then issues with their with emails apparently going back and forth. So yeah, there was a lot of issues starting in September.
I got this email from another friend of ours, another subscriber, who literally sent us the email. I just copied and pasted the mail so I could put it on the screen here because I don't want to show names. But this is literally the email that came from Liqui to all its community out of the blue. Dear users, recently we were happy to announce the change in our policies, whatever the policy change was. We gave you the right to decide whether you want to be with us in crypto exchange journey by accepting the changes. Okay, fine. Much to our regret, after this step, Liqui is no longer able to provide liquidity for the users left. Sounds like a load of BS.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds, I'm not going to even, it just sounds like absolute bull. Should I keep reading it?
It's garbage.
Do you want to hear the rest?
No, we don't need to. It's our I don't think we need to go through all of that. It's nonsense. Nonsense from another garbage exchange. There probably was an exit scam.
The ending is what made me laugh. It says, we want to finish this message by the phrase of Marianne Williamson, whoever that is. No disrespect to Marianne Williamson. If anyone knows, you can troll me at the bottom and send me a note in the description and tell me who she is. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Every ending is a new beginning. Through the grace of God, we can always start again.
Oh, my God.
Your Liqui team. What the hell does that mean?
Well, they can start again with your money. All the money they stole, they're going to start again, start another garbage scam somewhere else.
Whoever the Liqui team are, get out of crypto. I don't want to see you again because it's crap. I join the Cryptopia team on some island where we don't have to see you anymore. And you know what? LAToken join them because I'm sick of this kind of. This is what's hurting us. We're in a bear market. We get stuff like this, and we have to cover this and tell people this, and it makes me ill.
Yeah. Well, at least that we covered, again, three scams, and hopefully that makes things a little bit safer for people to avoid stuff like this and some signs to look out for.
What we could summarize this as is one exchange that just has no reputational type of behavior and will take anything for the money.
Yeah.
One that just can't manage the most important thing that is the most important thing, which is security. And the third one, God knows what the hell they were doing, but it probably was an scam. Yeah. So I don't have anything else I want to say. I just want to say thank all the listeners for listening in on this. It's disappointing, but listen, look, we'd rather call this stuff out and tell you guys what's really going on so that you're safe, because that's all that we care about here. And